Natalie Maimane is die vrou agter Mmusi Maimane. En sy is meer as net 'n gewone huisvrou.
Wasn't a whirlwind romance. He was like my best friend, so exactly. Plus he's hot. I love listening to him speak. It's inspiring. Our son is 2.5, so he's not quite bothered by what it is that Dad's really doing. But our daughter, who's 4, she knows that Dad is Mmusi's told her he's going to work. He works in Parliament, and he's trying to make South Africa a better place. And she's even told her teacher that before. I think that as South Africans, we really don't have a common identity. We don't actually know who we are, so we're trying to define what we are not. You see it in the statues and the xenophobic attacks, and it's kind of like, well, we're not colonial, or we're not African, or it's sort of this attack on what we are not, but people don't have a handle on what they are. Unfortunately, we haven't moved past race as South Africans, so a lot of our identity is still hanging on that. And when Mmusi first started in Parliament, the idea that he was married to a white woman was brought up in Parliament several times by various MPs who heckled him, or if you've ever sat in on Parliament, that kind of thing happens the whole way through people's speeches. So, and replies to his speeches. So it's not something that he naturally just kind of put out there into the spotlight, but it's something that people have brought up, and sadly it gets brought up by the ANC as sort of a hole in his Africanness, and that because he's married to a white woman, he's not African enough. And that's a view that needs to be challenged. Every day I have to decide kind of what's best for me and what's best for my family, and also try and connect those two things, because they're not always easy to connect. And one of the biggest things that has been helpful in that is just to stop comparing myself to people around me. When you talk about non-racialism in our country, it's not about not seeing color. It's about seeing one another and understanding the history that each person comes from, and making space for that person, and trying to find a commonality in that space. But you can't just ignore that part of a person's identity, because it's related to a whole social aspect in our country.
Ek is Natalie Maimane vir Netwerk 24 in Johannesburg.